is going on, my Jets family? Great to see you guys. So, you've heard the news. You know that since Sunday, when Zach Wilson had, again, like I talked about on my show last night, there ain't enough bad words. Like abysmal, horrible, picket, it ain't bad enough. The atrocity of what Zach Wilson put on the field Sunday. Coach Saleh came out afterward and said that excuse me, he said that benching Zach Wilson was the furthest thing in his mind and that he was still the starter and they had to find ways to support him. Well, as we all know, yesterday that tune changed. Yesterday that tune changed because, like Robert Saleh said, he looked at some film. Pointing out, very important, he didn't specifically say Zach will definitely not play, right? And he said that, Zach Wilson, that the Jets are, looking at everything, and that's why I want to talk to you guys about on why that is happening. And actually, obviously Zach had a bad game, but that in general is a really good thing. So here's how we have to look at this, and here's how I want to present it to you guys. If the Jets had a losing record right now, we were, I don't even want to think about it because it's not good, but if we were not doing, my apologies, if we were not doing very well, then I honestly don't think they would even be considering benching Zach Wilson, honestly, even though he had such an atrocious game, because we need to evaluate him. We need to see, remember, like I've mentioned with you guys with all my takes on Zach Wilson, young quarterback, just starting his career. There's going to be good, there's going to be bad. Does he learn from that bad? That's what we need to see. This was absolutely atrocious. I mean, he's had bad games before. His numbers are bad. We know that. I believe that, he can put it together and become a really good NFL quarterback because I liked what I saw from him in college. But if you guys didn't see my show last night, I talked all about it. My take really changed in watching that one game because that performance was absolutely that atrocious. Like, if Zach had done that in his first game as a rookie, we'd be like, what the hell? This guy can't be an NFL quarterback. So that was really bad. But I do still think that if the Jets had a losing record and we weren't doing well and there wasn't a chance for the playoffs, and that's the point, they wouldn't be considering benching Zach. Not because he didn't have a bad game, but because we need to evaluate him. We need to see, like we were just saying, can he turn it around? Can he get better? Can he become that guy? It's different right now. And I think Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas, they met on Monday and probably Sunday night as well. They met, they talked about it, and they discussed that we have to remember, and I brought this up on just my show last night as well, because Zach Wilson's performance was so, again, not enough, good enough adjective, so pathetic that it took our attention away from, if Zach had played well and we still lost, we would have been like, okay, we're 6-4. We lost a game, but we're still in this. We're literally one game out of the playoffs right now. We're the first team on the bubble. So that's the conversation right now. The conversation, this is a winning team. You guys remember just a couple of weeks ago, a lot of people were saying after Zach again against New England had a really bad, put up good yards, but made some really bad mistakes. People were saying this is a ready team. This is a playoff ready team with everything but the quarterback. Well, that's the point. That's why this conversation is being had. Because the Jets are 6-4 and there's 7 games left. We can easily get back into the playoffs. Hell, if everything swings the right way, we could actually still get first in the AFC East. If everything swings the right way, mathematically, that shit's still possible. Excuse me. So because of that, that's what Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas, I guarantee, talked about, that Zach Wilson was absolutely atrocious. Again, pathetic, awful. He's the reason we lost that game. The rest of the team is playing really well. The defense consistently has either won us games or, like yesterday or like Sunday, literally kept us in games we shouldn't have been in. The last Patriot game, same thing, right? Last Patriot game, our defense kept us in the game. We have, arguably, the best defense in the NFL. So the way Robert Saleh is looking at this is, like we just said, this is a 6-4 Jets team. We have to do right by all the other players on this team and for us, the fans. Remember, we say it all the time, winning is the most important thing. Winning is everything. If you get into the playoffs, doesn't matter from there. All you got to do is keep winning. And if you win the Super Bowl, That's it. That's the point. We've seen, right, with the Eagles, teams with what we thought were backup quarterbacks win the Super Bowl because you just have to get there and you just have to be playing well. And again, our defense lights out. Like we've been saying, this team is ready to go without the quarterback. So that's why the conversation is being had. So again, I do believe that if we weren't in this position to be in the playoffs at all, we would still have Zach out there, not because he's been, playing well, but because we need to evaluate him. But because of where we are right now, this is an option. And again, Robert Saleh did not, excuse me. Remember, Robert Saleh did say, didn't say that it definitely won't be Zach Wilson. He said we're considering everything, and that's the point. Again, they're looking at it. This is a team that's playing well. This is a team that, other than the quarterback, is doing a good job. This is a team that is right out of the playoffs. We can easily get back in. So we need to put the best product on the field. We need to win. How are we going to do that? So like Robert Saleh said, everything's being evaluated. Everything is on the table. So that is the point. And that really, like we said, we're still potentially in the playoffs right now. We could potentially still get back into the playoffs. There's 7 games left. There's 7 games left, and we're literally the top bubble team. So this is very much still possible. We can very much still get into those playoffs, and hell, once you do that, you just got to win, baby. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you guys enjoyed listening. If you could please subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed the video, if you could like it as well, that would really go a long way, and I'd greatly appreciate it. Till next time, see you guys later.